Hey, welcome back to another Black City Coffee vlog. Special vlog, disclaimers. My cousins have opened a new Airbnb in Crestline, California. We sponsored some coffee for them. They allowed us to stay there, full disclosure. Yeah, really nice place to hang out and have some coffee on the go. You're pretty deep in the mountains, I'd say. Not deep, but it felt pretty deep in the mountains. So here, a vlog of the blend that we did for the Cresthaus and what my travel coffee looks like, and a precursor to the next vlog about this, which is how do I get my home brew, or how do I get my travel brew to match my home brew. I think this is going to be a fun experiment that we can do together, because obviously, the grinder's not the same, the water's not the same. Okay, so how can we take steps to actually figure out what the real problem is? Is it really the water? Is it really the grinder? Is it both? And how could we fix that? Because cost is always, I think, on our minds as coffee people, and what we bring and what we buy. There's so many gadgets out there nowadays. So I think it'll be a fun precursor. This will be the precursor to that experiment and figuring that out. Hopefully we figure it out. Okay. All right. Here's the vlog. Hey, welcome back. We're in Crestline, California. I have sponsored some coffee for the Cresthaus. And we have our little special blend for them right here. Anyway, I thought it would be fun on our little workcation here to show you how I make coffee when I'm away from home. So we'll get over here. Amazing kitchen, by the way. So this is the general setup. Got our packed kettle, freshly roasted coffee, of course, Norm Core grinder. It's okay. Got a scale, and then this little funnel here. And then my favorite mug from Fellow. Let's make some coffee. They provide a Brita or a pure, my bad.
Okay. How about questions about you too?
Sure,
no?
sure.
Yeah? Okay. Let's see. What do you like to do during vacation?
For me, it's a lot of sleeping. I don't sleep very well anyway, so if I can get proper sleep. The problem is I drink a lot more coffee when I'm on vacation, so that doesn't typically work out, but sometimes I get lucky. So we're doing 20 grams of coffee. We're doing a light roasted Guatemala Huehuetenango. And I roasted it on the Ikawa. And this profile, I don't like it as much.
Why not?
Because roasting for yourself on the Ikawa, I have some thoughts about that, which I'll share probably in another video as to why it lacks body. And there are ways to get around that. But I'm finding that as I have coffee like out and about, I get to taste a lot of coffee obviously at home, but when I'm out and about, all those differences become much more apparent when I'm traveling. And I'm like, man. Even with this grinder too, I'm like, man, what is it? What is it in the brewing process that is different? And then so I'll try to rework the puzzle in my brain, because we're always searching for that perfect cup. Okay, so we've got our coffee here. The grind consistency on this is choppy, but doable. Better than your, blade grinder. I have my fresh supply. Oh, and a little fun fact, Stone Forest coffee roasters is like, not too close here, but in this area, like in the mountains. This has been the best kettle, though, for travel, for sure. The problem is you need a 3-prong, You need a 120 volt, but it's really been the best.
What's your favorite thing about Cresthaus so far?
So far it's been the kitchen. It is made for a cook, and I think it was designed by a cook for sure.
Ah.
Yeah. Other than that, they've got all the little fixings that you would think of. So we're gonna rinse our filter. Toss this. So I've been through a lot of pour-over systems for travel, and I like this because it can mold, it's light. I can do my little shaky do very easily with it. So this has been, this $10 little brewer has been really good lately. So we see the grind quality here. We'll call that medium. But you'll see something interesting when I'm done brewing. It won't look like that. So we're gonna bloom the coffee first with a good like 70 grams-ish of water. This is super fresh. I think it will show, typically coffees from Guatemala show their best colors a little bit later, to me, in my opinion. But it wasn't exactly roasted the way I like it, so. See the pouring action on this? How nice it is. Versus, say I have like a regular kettle, right? The flow is gonna be crazy, aggressive. So this, you can have a very controlled flow right here. For traveling, you know? I'm not carrying around a super big kettle, and this fits in the Stanley. That's a big deal for travel. It is heavy. I've already said that before, but super nice. And we're doing about 300 grams of water. It doesn't matter your ratio as long as it tastes good to you. So if I wanted to make this a bolder cup, I could make it, I could use more coffee, which people probably don't want to do because specialty coffee is not cheap. Or you can grind it finer. And you can play around with it that way and maybe even use less coffee. So you can play with the ratios of brewing to get the best coffee that's like the most efficient for you, and that could like, you know, be more efficient in terms of like cost for you. Okay, our end yield is 302. I'm cool with that. So what we want to try to do, the reason why I do the shaky do is I want a flat bed of grounds. Shaky do. Shaky do. And it irks me to that when I'm done brewing with this, and it's the grinder's issue, maybe, most likely, but you're gonna see the inconsistency of this grind. Okay, so get in here and see this little, now it looks chunkier than when I first saw the top of it. So to me, that's just gonna signal to me like this is not gonna be a consistently brewed cup. And then it's a clue for me as I dissect why I don't love the coffee that I'm drinking. I still love it in that like there's still a lot of good vibes going into this coffee, but like if I'm trying to make the best one, you know, I'm always trying to get better at the brewing process, the roasting process, all this stuff. Okay, so this is too hot to taste right now, but there you go. Drops of God. That's a manga and a now live action right now that I'm loving right now. Check it out. All right, there you go. Coffee. At Cresthaus. Alliteration.
We like it.
Cresthaus coffee. Cheers. Thanks. Ooh. Yeah, more body. See? It needs more body. We should open that one. No, I won't do that.
That'd be so sad.
This will be for their other clientele.